Pink sauce is probably something you haven't heard of in a long time, and hopefully it's something you've never ate, or you've now probably developed a mutation of some sorts, because this stuff does not look safe for human consumption. But in this video, there's some new controversial stuff going on around it, so I just wanted to go through the whole tale with you, the whole fairy tale of pink sauce, give you the whole lore of its disastrous history. So we should probably start by just taking a look at the sauce itself. And now, originally when it was first sold, it was sold on Chef P's website, which is the lady who made it, who made the pink sauce. But now it's since been bought out, and there's a whole situation going on with that. I'll get to that later. That's for the future part of this story. But right now, I need to give you the Dragon Ball Z last episode summary. So we're starting on her website where it was previously sold, and it was very much not regulated. So unregulated, actually, that the label originally looked like this. As you can see, it says there's 90 calories in one serving. A serving size is 1 tablespoon, but oh, what's that? 444 servings per container? This stuff is so calorically dense that if you drink the whole bottle, you'd be consuming like 20 days worth of calories. There's like 40,000 some calories in this one bottle of pink sauce, according to this nutritional label. It was so unregulated that you pretty much were just rolling the dice as to if you were going to get a bottle of pink sauce that was actually safe to consume, or if it was just going to be exploded or rotted on the inside, because that did happen to some people. There was this one video I remember, I gagged thinking about it, of this person who opened up their pink sauce and it smelled and looked absolutely putrid. And there was also that immediate controversy that hit the sauce as soon as it was released, especially when it got put into Walmart. People noticed it immediately because it did get put into Walmart somehow. She made it to the big leagues with this sauce, and it got put into the biggest retailer in the world, which is monumental, honestly. It's an insane achievement. But you can see side by side here that they aren't exactly all pink. Some of them are like a darker pink, some are a lighter pink, and some of them are just like Caucasian color, like the same color as my skin, which doesn't exactly scream yummy yummy in my tummy. That's not a scrumptious sauce that I want to put all over my chicken and my burgers. It kind of just makes it look like you're eating Pepto-Bismol. And to make matters even worse, to make this thing look even more not for human consumption, they asked the creator, Chef P, who made the sauce, if her sauce was FDA approved.
Approved? What do you mean FDA approved? I don't sell medical products. The pink sauce is not a medical product. The pink sauce don't contribute to your health. I never said that. Did I?
Now, I don't have a degree in English. I barely know how to speak English sometimes, but it seems like Chef P just doesn't have a grasp on the English language whatsoever, because, you know, even a simpleton like me knows that the FDA stands for the Food and Drug Administration. So with the pink sauce looking like it'll give you some kind of bad superpowers, and then the creator also not understanding what the FDA is whatsoever, that's not exactly the best track record for the sauce off the bat there. Doesn't make it seem that appealing, but great things did happen with it. She ended up getting, like I said, a deal with Walmart. The sauce ended up, it's still in Walmart to this very day. You can go walk into a Walmart store. You probably shouldn't. Nobody likes Walmart. But you can walk in there and you can grab you a bottle of pink sauce. It's only rated 1.9 out of 5 with 570 reviews. It's also on rollback for half off, so that's also not a great sign. You can look at some of the reviews here and also see that it's not the best, really, you know, Sodium City, oh yuck. The consensus seems to be that most people just don't enjoy this sauce whatsoever, and they don't see the point of it existing. And they're just heavily marketing it as the as seen on TikTok and Instagram product, I guess, so maybe that'll drive up the sales a bit. And also, I forgot to mention, the old label of the sauce, compared to the new one, they actually fixed it. It's 2 tablespoons for 100 calories. But the old label was just like a war crime, pretty much. It was terrible. But also, there was another big change since I last talked about this lady. She did a deal. She made a deal about a year ago now with Dave's Gourmet Specialty Foods, where they kind of bought out pink sauce, and now they're selling it through their website as opposed to her website. And they're selling it for $10 a bottle, which is a little bit up from the price that they're selling it at Walmart. But she does have a deal with Dave's Gourmet, which did spark a bit of controversy and ended up with her making like a YouTube video and everything, updating where she's been. And basically, I'll sum up the video because it's a 9-minute video. She says that Dave's Gourmet basically did some shady business deeds and they screwed her in the contract, and they made it to where she basically wasn't making any money from it, and that her kids were now not being able to be fed. She basically has no money whatsoever, and she lost her business pretty much.
However, this is a really, really big learning experience for me, because before I sign any piece of paper with anyone, let's best believe that everything will be written down.
So she pretty much in this video at the end there admits that she didn't read the contract before she signed it. That's what it sounds like to me, at least. It's just funny to me that she has this elaborate, expensive looking wig on, her makeup done, fancy looking clothes and all that. But also in the video she says that her kids aren't being fed, she has no money, and they stole everything from her. Which overall makes the video feel very dishonest, and it feels like she's trying to not take accountability whatsoever. Obviously, I would say most of this issue comes from her sauce not really selling. That's probably why she's not making a whole lot of money, because pink sauce isn't exactly a hot commodity. It's not like ranch or barbecue. People aren't going in there and grabbing it up for when they fix food. You know, it's not going on every single food they eat because it's just not that desirable. But Dave's Gourmet did respond to this, and they said Dave's Gourmet has paid Chef P over $120,000 to date, and it continues to make all payments as due and on time based upon the terms of the contract. We offer to reimburse Ms. Shaw for her lawyer's time to go over the terms of the agreement and how it relates to the payments that were made to Mrs. Shaw. She indicated that she's open to an amicable resolution. I struggle with English. Of the dispute, and the parties are in discussions. But that little update video wasn't the only thing she did. She made a whole GoFundMe trying to get people to give her money because of her poor business venture, because of her sauce that blew up on TikTok and became a meme, and that's the only reason it was ever popular, not because it's a good sauce. And then she made a GoFundMe when she stopped making money from this poorly made sauce. And her goal was $100,000, and this was put out like months and months, probably over a year ago at this point, and she's only reached $25,000, which $25,000 of that came from Kyrie Irving. Maybe it's the real Kyrie Irving, maybe that's the real flat earth believing Kyrie Irving, or maybe it's someone just going under the pseudonym Kyrie Irving. But regardless, $24,240 of it came from Kyrie Irving, which is just kind of funny. But you can also get a better understanding of the story that she's trying to portray here from the description. She says she's the founder of Pink Sauce, one of the most viral sauce sensations of 2022. As opposed to what? The viral barbecue sauce sensation of 2022? That's not much competition in that market, I'm sure. But she just tells her little backstory here, follows her intuition, and it led her to trust a company that is trying to take everything away from her. They lied to her, they're not paying attention to her, and they're not being transparent about records. She says she's tried on multiple occasions to try and come to one accord with them, but they refuse to reimburse her for marketing expenses that she spent her own funds towards, and she's been silenced and financially sabotaged. She's a single mom, and she does everything for her kids. And right now, she doesn't even have enough money to buy her kids food on her own. Well, it's a good thing she's the creator of Pink Sauce. She can just give them that stuff. Apparently, it's infinitely dense in calories, and it can sustain them for days even. Honestly, I would hate to see what a pink sauce only diet does to the human body. I'm sure it does unspeakable things. And then she says her mom's on disability and has been giving them $20 just to get by on a daily basis. So she's been living on $20 only every day? Or 20, anyways, school's in a few days, and she hasn't been able to get her kids clothes or anything, but she's able to get herself clothes, makeup, and wigs and whatnot. And she's currently facing an eviction that has gone into default. The sheriff's office can come to her door at any day now. She needs legal help. They're refusing to pay her the royalty that is owed to her, and she doesn't know what else to do. She can't give up. She needs help. Now, I may be reading into this whole situation wrong, but to me, personally, this whole thing just screams entitlement. It seems like she feels like she's special, all because she made the most viral sauce of 2022, and then the creator gets this big airhead and is delusional to the point where they think they're this business mogul and they think they're an entrepreneur, an actual entrepreneur now, and that they're entitled to endless amounts of money. When all she did was create a very questionable sauce that may or may not actually be harmful to you because it wasn't FDA approved at first. Now it's only it is FDA approved now, but that's only because I believe Dave's Gourmet changed the recipe, did it themselves to like recreate it, and got it FDA approved. I don't think she ever got it FDA approved herself. And that's pretty much it for the whole pink sauce lady situation. I believe I covered all the bases. I just kind of wanted to go through this story from start to finish, take you along the yellow brick trail with me, because I thought it was very interesting. I have made one video on her in the past, but it was just when the thing was fresh, when the sauce was new, and everybody was just dunking on it for how terrible it looked and how unofficial and unprofessional everything was being dealt with regarding the sauce, the exploding packages in the mail, the nutrition label that had 444 servings. Everything just pointed to this thing being a disaster. And now, as the story's coming to a conclusion, we can see, yes, it's very much the disaster and the train wreck that we expected it to be. And then the pink sauce lady, Veronica Shaw, or Chef P, thinks that she's now entitled to everything and that she's just basically avoiding accountability. That whole video, the whole update video of where she's been, sounds like her trying to avoid accountability the entire time, and honestly, she's pretty good at it. So if you want to see that, you can watch her avoid accountability for about 9 minutes, and then other than that, it's pretty much all I wanted to talk about, and I'll catch you in the next one.